What's going on, Craftinistas? So I'm in my craft room playing around with some paper. I keep coming back to this paper that I picked up from the Dollar Tree, the glitter paper. I'm in love with this pink color, and I wanted to create a shabby chic card. I had a fun time making some embellishments, and so I just wanted to make a card to use them on. Well, the first thing I did was take the back of it and make my embossing brand on the back. And once I got that, I flipped it over and I cut out the paper, and then I went on and layered it, and then I added the lace on top. This lace I sprayed with some adhesive spray. This time I sprayed it on top of some foam board, then turned it over and used it. And then I took some piece of cardboard that I have here and just kind of smoothed it down. That way I don't get my hands all nasty, and they were glue free. So I took the scrap that I had and went on and cut out the bow for my card. I have to cut that out twice um, to make a bow. And so once I got that cut out, I went on and then cut out for the embellishment. The sentiment at the bottom, I used the word window punch and punched that out, and then used some Tim Holtz words. And I really love how that turned out. I wanted to put the bow in front. Then I realized once I did it that it looked like Minnie Mouse. So that was even cuter. I thought, I am going to save this. I may just save this for a birthday for someone that loves Minnie Mouse later this year. But I loved how this turned out. I just kind of left the edges a little rough, a little shabby around the edge for the lace. And then that pink paper just peeled off and glued right on. I had this rough fabric card paper in my stash, and then I used the words like I said there, and I love how that turned out. It's simple. A lot of times when you give to friends, they just like simple stuff, so I try to do a lot of simple things, not too extravagant, and it's simple but it's cute, I believe. So I just wanted to share that. And then all of this scrappy goodness right here, I just gush over. I kind of just went up in my craft room and I didn't film. I just wanted to have some time to myself, and I showed it afterwards. So the first thing I did was take some of this trim. I believe I bought it at Walmart, I think last year, and I took my punch, and it also has an adhesive backing on it, and I just punched out circles for my base. And so once I got the base, I looked it over, and it does have that adhesive, so I thought it would be nice to leave that so that would help to stick to projects. So that's what I'm starting out with. So once I did that, I took the ribbon that I worked with on each one of them and just gathered it around. Just took it and started gathering it around and glue, gather glue, gather glue. And as you can see there, it created that effect all around. And I kind of went around twice on each of those and kind of gave it a layer. Then I used some trim that I had, and then I used one of the rhinestones. Picked up a big pack of those big rhinestones from Walmart, and that was the center of that one also. And that one has some trim, some lace trim going around that, the same method. And then this one I just kind of wrapped around, and then I used some embellishments, some rhinestone embellishments. And then this white one, I did the same thing going around, and then I just used a pearl embellishment. So on these, I used some trim. It has a pearl and a kind of rope trim that's wrapped around each other. And so I just started in the middle and went around. Then I used some of those wedding springs that are in the Hobby Lobby section, the wedding section, and then I wrapped that around and then used the little rhinestone in the middle. This is some more of that, some more of lace trim. I've used pretty much all of that up. I've got to restock and just put some rhinestones in the middle after using that lace and pearl trim. And then the next ones I did, I put a layer of bling on the bottom, and then I laid the pearl on top, and then laid some bling on top of that. And so that's how I created those. And then with this one, it's the same method, but I used the lace instead as the base. Just like this, I used the circle, and then I used some lace, but this time I used the flat back pearls that were in a string. And so I took my base, and then I took the lace and laid that on top of that, trimmed that up, and then I cut that around. Then I used some flat back pearls and glued those down. And then I cut off the back of the button so it made it flat, and then I glued that on. And then next I have these, and they're basically done the same way. Just glue them on top of each other. And I hope you enjoyed this. See you later, Craftinistas.